I'm a little disappointed. I went to prepping show tonight, and there was 3 things that were supposed to be in the topic. I figured since they've taken the time for this show to come up, and they've, in advance, they put on Facebook and everything else, and they brought up topics so that everybody would be interested in going. Now remember, this show is just not in one room, but it's actually broadcast at a couple other places at the same time. So there could be like 90, 100 some odd people easy listening and actually trying to chat in this room. There's a lot more people than what you see actually listening to you. Now they go through the trouble of putting all these things up with the topic and clearing that topic and everything else. And when you go to the chat room, they don't talk about the topics. This is becoming standard for some of these chat rooms. That even though they put these topics up and they give them these ideas to speak about and they come up with this stuff, they don't stay on topic. So I got a little PO tonight. I really did. Because I went in there because you guys know that my sister runs a school to help children down in Tennessee. They teach them survival, bushcraft, and crafting skills, real life survival skills that they also need during their regular lives. You know, how to do the homework, how to sew, how to take care of different things like that. So when they have the idea on there, it says ideas parents use to teach their children without fear about prepping. That is a really good topic to get into. And then they use finding the time and money to prep, which for new preppers is very, very important. Okay, very important for finding the money and the time to prep, especially with the way things are going nowadays. And the third one was using our preps now. Okay, so 3 wonderful topics that can definitely need to be touched on, and they didn't get there. They didn't get there. I can understand talking about, somebody's problem or something going on or whatever for a few minutes, but I sat there for 35 minutes in an hour-long show, and during those 35 minutes, it wasn't on topic. Over half the show, not on topic. Disappointing. Unfortunately, it is happening, and more people who have their own shows are putting this stuff up. I don't know. If I ran the network, they wouldn't have their show. As simple as that. You put up a topic, I take the time to type all this stuff in, I put it up, I advertise for it, I do this other stuff, and then you don't talk about that. Well, then people are going to go, why should I go listen to this crap? Basically. I mean, I understand talking about other things occasionally and, having a bull session or whatnot, but it's getting to be every show. So now let's touch on these things since they're so important. Ideas parents should use to teach their children without fear. And I guess that's got to do with prepping and other things. Well, if you're going to talk about prepping or survival or bushcraft or other things like that, you need to start out slow with the children. I already have a video up on that. You can search down through the videos. And you talk to your children about things. You involve your children in small things. You give them so that they are participating. They may not be able to carry much. They may not be able to do much. But you need to involve them in it. Make it a game. Make it fun. Involve their, they can't be, or they're too young to really make a difference. Have them do something that affects them. Maybe they need to bring, the special teddy bear, and that's their job to make sure that teddy bear is involved and brought with them in their preps or in their bug outs or whatever else. They need to bring that. That's their job, to get that teddy bear. You can start out with small things like that and work your way up. You work them into it. You don't start out with, we're being shot at, you need to grab this and run here and this. No. You need to start it out slow and easy and involve them slowly at it. So, finding the time for money and preps. Finding the time, you're going to have to find your own time. I can't make time for you. As far as finding your money, well, decisions on money making have to do with budgeting for your household. You're going to have to decide how much you can afford. And you guys who have followed me and listened to me know that I tell you, don't go broke prepping. If you can only afford 1 can of tuna every month, then get that 1 can of tuna. If you eat tuna, do not buy preps that you are not going to use. So if nobody eats green beans, don't buy green beans just because they're on sale. If nobody's going to eat the tuna, don't buy the tuna. Buy stuff that you use now and set it aside for later. Keep track of your dates. Keep track of when you got this. And you buy tuna this week, bottled water next week. In each paycheck, maybe you'll make a rotation. Okay, I got to get meat, I got to get ammo, I got to get this, I got to get that. So 1 week you buy this, and 1 week you buy that, and 1 week you buy medical supplies, and 1 week you buy, and it's just little things at a time. Don't just keep buying meat. Get the medical stuff, get the sewing kit, get the water, get whatever else you may need. Same thing should go on in your everyday life. You should take that extra $3 or $5 or $10 or $100, whatever you have available that is extra that you can use, set a little bit of it aside. Don't go broke buying preps. Remember, you still have to pay off your bills. You still have to take care of your family. You still have to take care of the car, the house, the dog, the whatever else you have. But if you have that extra money, instead of stopping to buy the coffee in the morning, stop and buy a prep. Do you really need that coffee in the morning? You have to decide where you're going to budget your money, what you're going to do. That is between you and your household. I can give you advice, but I can't make you do anything. As far as time goes, you're going to have to, work your own time out when you're out doing stuff. Using our preps now. That was the third subject. Well, you should constantly be rotating your stock. In other words, if you bought a can of beans last year and you bought a can of beans this year, you need to eat the can of beans from last year so you have the fresh stuff now. So, of course, you wouldn't do it 1 year at a time, but you know what I'm saying. You resupply and you buy newer things to replace older things. And when you buy those older things, since you're buying stuff that you're using, not just food-wise, but things you're using. So if you use the thread up, go get your stocks, use your thread. When you buy more thread, you put it in your stocks. So basically what you're doing is you're using your supply room, your preps as a store. So you run out in the house, you go to your preps and you get it. And if it needs to be replenished in your preps, you go to the store and buy it and put it in your preps. That way it sits there while you use what's in the house and then you resupply. See what I'm saying? So you have like a little mini store in your house. That's how you do that. I've got extra stuff here, and I've got extra toilet paper, and I've got extra stuff. So if you run out of toilet paper in the bathroom, you can go back to your supplies to get it. It's in your preps, and you mark down that you took it out of your preps, so next time you go to the store and you find it on sale, you can replenish it. Hopefully, when you go to the store to replenish it, instead of buying 1, you're buying 2. Every time you go to the store, if you buy 2 and you only use 1, you're building up more and more. It's called copy canning. And you can check out copy canning also. And that was, I believe, coined by Karen Hood, a good friend of mine. And Karen does an excellent job on explaining copy canning. May have gotten a little dark there. Sorry about that. But so hopefully that'll help you with ideas parents can use to teach their children without fear. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to help you out with that. Finding the time for money and preps. It's going to be involved in budgeting. And I really can't tell you how to budget. That's up to you. And it's a discipline you're going to have to learn. And using our preps now all has to deal with rotation. Okay? Rotation and buying extra and rotation. So they all three kind of go in hand, especially the last two, involving the children. Now, you can involve the children in your supplies and your rotation of supplies, because you can have them go to your in-house store and get stuff, and then have them mark down, make sure they mark it down and they understand what's going on, and then you're teaching them as that goes on. So you can involve your children with those kind of things. It's just the little things during the day that involve your kids that you need to work on, to involve them in things without making them scared. And they start to understand, and then they'll be asking questions, and you'll be able to involve them more and more. Same thing happens with other people. If you want to involve your family members in this, if you sit down and explain them to that, well, if I buy 2 of them now while they're on sale, I got an extra one in supply and stock, just in case something goes wrong. And I can't get to the store to get it, or, the store's not there. Things like that. You'll have that extra stuff set back. Sometimes those little things like that. And when they go, oh, the snow came and I don't have anything in the house, and you go, well, I've been storing up and prepping stuff, and we've got plenty. And while you're out there digging a hole through 8 inches of snow trying to get from here to there, we're going to be sitting here enjoying ourselves and watching whatever on the television, or reading the paper or the books or whatever else we're going to do, and we're warm and we're fed and we're all good while you're out there struggling in the snow trying to get from here to there. That might be just enough to get them involved. All right. I hope that helps a few people out. Sorry about my little rant at the beginning there, but, stay on topic, people. You'll get more viewers that way. You'll involve more of us, but I'm getting tired of going to these chat rooms and, things being off different ways. All right, little rant from me. I apologize. I'll catch you on the next one.